everybody, welcome back to TAZS Wig Closet at Wig Studio One, here to inspire and empower your wig journey. Today I'm introducing a brand new style by Belle Tress. They're really showing their curl power on this one. This is called Twix in the color Butterbeer Blonde. Lots of details coming up. This wig style was sent to me by Belle Tress in cooperation with Wig Studio One. You can find it at Wig Studio One. All you need to do is drop below the video, expand the description box. I will attach a direct product link to this style. If you click on that link, it'll take you out to the Wig Studio One website. You can look at all of the colors and the pricing. Belle Tress is an automatic 30% off at checkout at Wig Studio One. If you have any questions for us, please reach out to support@wigstudio1.com. And don't forget to check out the Wig Studio One YouTube channel, the most variety of any wig channel out there on YouTube. Plus, we also have a private Facebook group called the Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group, as well as a well-appointed Instagram page. Take a look at this long, super curly style. Wow! Belle Tress is really expanding their curl diversity with this one. This is the only type of curl I don't think they offered before, so this is a first. They have the choppy beach wave, that shattered spiral that's been taken down that we know and love, and then they have some softer barely wave. They have some big barrel type curls, and now this super kinky texture. Wow, thank you, Belle Tress, for delivering such a diverse range of curly styles. So we're going to take a look at this in detail, but let's first talk about the color Butterbeer Blonde real quick. Butterbeer Blonde is a dark sandy blonde with some platinum highlighting on a medium brown root. Now, in this case, they do take the platinum highlight right up to the lace front here. I think it's a really nice color, and it's pretty typical of the Belle Tress Butterbeer application. So this long style called Twix is about 18 inches all around. So minimal layering on this one. And this curl mixed with a heavy density just gives it a really bushy type effect. It's a lot of hair here too, so be aware of that. But the texture, everybody wants to know about the texture. I have been asked many times, Taz, if I were to use a crimping iron on this Belle Tress style or that Belle Tress style, how do you think it would look? Well, I think it would look really similar to what we're seeing here. This is a really tight, kinky spiral that's been brushed a little bit. It's got a little bit of natural fuzziness to it. Natural curl acts like this too. So it's kind of bushy and it's kinky. You're going to see some areas that are straighter, some that are curlier. So yes, you can spare your crimping iron. I think this one is ready made for you if you're into this kind of style. And I also believe that they have this kind of a curl coming to a shorter style. Not short, but I think shorter than this one. So that one I think will be more up my alley. Sometimes when I get a long curly style like this, especially a heavy density with all this bushiness, it overwhelms me, but there is so much you can do. This is a real bohemian kind of a style. It's very casual and artistic, gorgeous. So that front area here is going to run right around 14 to 16 inches. And like I said, the overall is about 18. So you're going to see that length come all the way down. Now you're still going to get that rough hewn texture at the very bottom here. So it's not a blunt cut. You're still getting some texturization at the bottoms. But like I said, that curl meets a heavy density and little layering and you get, wow, you get an explosion of curl. Now this one, I think it weighs just over 6 ounces and it features a lace front that is extended and a left monofilament side part. I'm so happy that they brought their upgraded cap to this style design because I'm gonna want to get this away from my face, because if not, it's gonna flop in the face and that's just a lot. So let's take a look. It's temple to temple and it does extend back into the ear tab. What that does is it expands your ability to part and style, but it also obscures seams on both sides. Okay, so you can see where it stops here and here. Normally, we would see the seam up towards the, up on the temple further. Okay, and then the left monofilament side part does run back to the crown. Okay, now in terms of this lift at the front, it really did not have a lot of it coming out of the box. I literally got this a couple of weeks ago, and I I set it on a wig stand, and I took a clip and I clipped this and this. I'll show you how I did it here. So I took a clip and put it there, and I took a clip and put it there, and I let it sit on a stand. I intended to review it within a couple of days, but I didn't get to it. So when I took the clips out, it just naturally had a little bit of lift there. So remember that. The best way to train a wig is through repetition and time. So this definitely had time on its side. For a couple of weeks, it was in that clip. So that gave me a little bit of lift at the front. It also helps divide the hair in a way that keeps it out of the eyes. There is no permatease up there to speak of, just enough to cover wefting, but nothing to give you any height or lift. That is the identity of this style. So it's rather smooth. About a quarter of the way, it blossoms and branches out into this bushy, kind of a frizzy spiral look. Now, curl is just one of those really polarizing types of preferences. Either you love curl and you will absolutely fall over in love with this style, or you're like, no, that is not for me. All opinions are respected here. There is a head for every wig. And I have to tell you that I really love this curl because I'm all about curl. You know my preferences for curl. So I will be wearing this in a variety of ways to help me love it even more. And we're going to go through some of that in styling. I haven't styled this yet, but I'm really excited to do so. So before I do a full spin for you, I really want to bring this point home. You do not want to comb or brush these curls. These curls are meant to finger style. If you take a comb or brush to it, you are just going to frizz it out even more. You're going to lose any definition you see in the curl, and you're not going to like it. Now, if you do go a little bit too far, it's easy to get back. All you have to do is squirt it down with water really well, give it a scrunch, pull and bind those fibers back together and allow it to dry, and you should get something similar. Now, if you take heat to it to straighten it, you won't be able to get that back unless you use heat to put it back, which in my opinion would be next to impossible. So I would say this is a ready-made curly style. You shouldn't have to do anything with it but use your fingers. Now, the other thing that happens with the curly style is it tends to get a little fussy, a little frizzy, but, and hear me out because I don't think this is a bad thing. When you have a curly style that is prone to frizz, there's nothing unnatural looking about that. Natural curly hair does that as well. So as this gathers wear and tear and friction, it's actually going to disguise that frizz and wear and tear a little easier than a straight style would. So with a style like this, I think you're going to get some longevity out of it. The biggest thing with this is you're going to want to quench the thirst of these curls. Curly wigs are a little thirstier. They get a little drier more easily, all the surface area that we're looking at here. So what I would urge you to do is just keep these curls moisturized. You don't want to wash this unnecessarily just because it's getting dry and you want to condition it. Use a conditioning spray. One of my favorite things is this Simply Stylin' Light Silk Spray. And it's just a really light, pure silicone product. I put a little bit in my hand and I just kind of scrunch it in to areas that gather friction and tend to get a little drier, which are usually anything that drags the clothing and the ends of the wig. The other thing that this would be really useful for, this Simply Stylin', is curly styles like this. We've all heard of the curly girl method and things where it's just a process of bringing out the true beauty of the curl and defining the curl. I think that silicone spray will help you define this curl a little more as well. So again, be sparing when you use this product because a little goes a long way, but I think you can bring out the definition a little easier. And a lot of times, ladies like this, that have this kind of curl naturally, they like to use a lot of silicone in it to give it that wet, kind of a slick look. It will also bring down the volume. So if this is wet, it's not going to have as much volume. So a little silicone might help also with that. So keep all of that in mind. Inside, look at the cap for Belle Tress TWIX. There is that fully extended lace front, beautifully contoured, nice fine knots, all the way back into a longer monofilament part. Open wefted sides and back, a velvet covered ear tab, an extended felted nape here, and then we have these pull strap type adjusters. This cap is their average size, but tends to fit an average large better than a petite average. I have no way of measuring for a large. So this style is right out of the box. Like I said, I just put those clips in and let it sit on a stand. I didn't do anything else to it. There's no product in this hair whatsoever. I'm just going to manipulate this hair around for you so you can get a sense of the density, how it moves, maybe inspire you to style it. Maybe you absolutely don't like it right now, but maybe you'll absolutely love it in a particular style. It might just hit this curly sweet spot for you. We're going to try it with glasses. Now, there is very little permatease on this style, just like the other Belle Tress styles. It's heat friendly. There's very little permatease. That's very consistent with the Cafe collection by Belle Tress. So let's take a look. Great. I see no problem with glasses on this style. Fits neatly and nicely, securely between the ear and the ear tab. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you soon on TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio 1.